everybody, welcome back to Cruise Control. It is Sunday, March 10th or 12th. Wow, my days. March 12th, 2023. Thank you for being here. We were trying to do a live show during the Oscars, but apparently YouTube told us that that's not cool. And so we watched it on our own, and we're back here again. And joining me, as always, here at Cruise Control is my co-host, Miss Sabrina Vittori. Sabrina, welcome back to the program. How you doing today, Sabrina?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for being back here. I mean, we're having it's a little lag here for some reason, it's being a little laggy, but how was your night so far? How's your weekend been? Good?
I'm not on my weekend. I'm in my work week, so
That's right.
my work week has been great. I don't have a weekend until Wednesday.
How's your
So,
Wednesday?
I guess is it my Wednesday? Maybe. It was good. I had a little bit of a shorter day because it rained a bunch today, and was prepared to do the live show. I'm kind of bummed that they nixed that.
Yeah, me
But
too.
it's late for me. It's already 11 o'clock. So
Yeah,
I was hoping for an earlier presence, and I'm sorry I don't look as fabulous as I did earlier, but this is what I got.
you look fantastic. Don't worry about that.
Thank
Come
you.
on. Also joining us tonight is Chris and Joanna Panico. We got Chris here right now. Chris, welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight?
Thank you. I don't know where the other one is, but thank you very much for having me.
How was your day, Ben? Chris, how was your weekend? Yeah, good, huh?
Chris also had to work today, so he's really not on a weekend either.
Yeah, I know, right? His week's already began. The rest of us, our weeks are about to begin tomorrow, too. So, I mean, the weekend is done, right? Weekend's done. Happy Daylight Savings Weekend. How about that?
They need
I
to
mean,
end it. End it.
End it now.
I hate losing an hour, but I'm glad it's going to be darker, later now.
Aren't they going to
Yeah.
end it?
But losing the hour is a bitch, man.
Let's stop it now. Okay, let's stop it now. Let's call it a day. We've done it. We've been there, done that. Call it good. And now it's time for the future. Let's stop here, leave it here, and then, progress from there. But anyways, we're going to talk about the Oscars tonight. And even though we don't have a lot of crazy slides and stuff because it was supposed to be a live thing, I'm going to say now it's time for some Oscar breaking news.
Oh, boy.
It went right to this Ben Savage slide I had set up for the Oscars. But yeah, Ben Savage, everybody, he's running for office. That's happening. But we're not going to talk about him too much here. We brought it up before. So we're going to talk about the Oscars here. And since we have everybody together here, I want to dive into a bunch of stuff here. So let's get into it. So I think overall, it was a great show, I think. I think they did a good job with it. It had a good mix of the music and the awards. They didn't push it, let themselves go over. It went actually 3.5 hours, right? So it's pretty good. They actually gave it some time to everybody to have moments and, have a chance to speak. And it didn't seem they were rushing. They didn't play music.
They did rush off the hair and makeup team from The Whale when they won. They let one person speak and then played them off, which was really sad. And it really annoyed me. But other than that, they did do a good job of that.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, though, I think there was something happening besides that because I feel like someone was doing something because they were rushing sometimes. You could tell, there was someone pointing at them and be like, speed it up, off camera.
I know, but they played them off, and it was three people won 3 Oscars. One's hair and makeup department, one's a special effects. You know what I mean? There's 3 separate people who won Oscars. Let them all speak. That's not cool.
I know.
Yeah, let them speak. I mean, that's a lot of people, To give them a chance because this is a huge opportunity for all their careers. So give them a chance to talk.
You gotta be like a Julia Roberts or somebody to be like, man, or whoever is playing the trombone.
Well, this was the house music. It was the house music.
Yes, I understand.
They tried that on the Golden Globes, and Michelle Yeoh was like, "I will beat you up."
Right.
Yeah, she's like, "There's no way that's gonna fly."
This is my
right now.
Right. Yeah. So you gotta really. I mean, hair and makeup is very important, but they unfortunately
got chipped.
We'll get shot down.
But there were some good winners here tonight. I would say overall, I was surprised we were talking about when we were trying to do the live thing, like Jamie Lee Curtis winning. I think it was huge. I was shocked by that, but awesome for her. She deserves it so much. So so much. especially for that performance in that movie. Like, come on, you know, she did a great job. And it came like when you watch that movie, her dynamic with Michelle Yeoh is fantastic. Between being like, and it's different characters too. If you watch the movie, it's like from being like the tax person to being the love interest. And like she plays
To
a
a
variety of
wrestler attacking her, like, you know what I mean? It goes from
yeah.
like extreme hate to extreme love. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, and she did such a fantastic job, you know, such
She
a
really did.
fantastic job.
She did a
So
great
like
job.
so for me, I was like really thrilled for her, and you could tell how much it meant. And you know, I don't know, was that her husband next to her? Who was next? She kept grabbing his leg.
Christopher Guest. Yeah, that's her husband.
Yeah. Next, and she kept grabbing his leg, and you could tell how excited she was.
And I just can't.
You know, Christopher Guest did this is Spinal Tap, Best in Show.
Oh yeah,
Waiting for Guffman.
Yeah.
Like, that's her husband.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's
The
big,
genius
right?
mind that works with like Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara and like all of those same Jennifer Coolidge, one of her favorites. Like, he's one of those
So good.
directors that
Friend of the
brings
show.
back his same actors all the time. And yeah, when I found out they were married, I was like so psyched because he is such a brilliant person and she's such an amazing actress. And I feel like it was great to see them there together and so happy.
A match
and,
made in heaven, if you will.
And I just love speeches and like I you know, I love it. And she mentioned her 2 daughters. I don't know if you caught that. Because she has a son. She had a son and she had a daughter. But her son is now a girl.
Oh,
and
wow.
She mentioned that, and she's like, "This award is for my my daughters," and this award, she gave that award to everybody, and
she did.
I love that lady.
Yeah,
I'm
so proud. So happy for her.
She win. I didn't.
I did.
I was hoping she would win, you know, especially that movie. Like, that movie swept again, and the fact that all the performances were amazing across the board in that movie. So I was really hoping that she would get the opportunity to shine too through that, you know.
They
she
won
did in the movie.
7 out of 11 awards, and one of them was Stephanie Sue up for the same award that Jamie Lee Curtis won for. So that doesn't really count as a non-win. So it was really 7 out of 10, which is an amazing fucking showing for the Oscars, honestly.
And of course, you know, the big thing is they won Best Picture, which is huge, huge, you know. I was wondering, because I had a feeling they were really pushing the Top Gun Maverick, so I was thinking they might give it to Top Gun. But when you have Harrison Ford coming out there and giving out the award, you know, and he has his best buddy, Short Round, you know, and you could tell they had that moment on stage when they won. It was pretty fantastic. Like, they had to jump into his arms, and like I just saw Indiana Jones like in the future now too, and I saw that and I was like, this is really cool, you know, they actually have this moment.
It was.
And then you got to give that to that great movie, you know. And good for them, like awesome for them, especially those directors that really are, you know, just swept. Like, they had a great opportunity. They won Best Directors, they won Best Picture, of course all their actors won, like we said.
Best Screenplay they won also.
Screenplay, Best Editing.
That like all of them were cheering each other on.
Yep.
Like, it was wonderful to see. And I was reading Jamie's post all this time. She's like, this is my family. This is the movie that brings people together. And like, I am
just
so
like
happy.
Chris's family, you can hear.
I know, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's good. It's bedtime. We're a little later than we were supposed to be here.
It is bedtime. But I she's so great.
She's so great.
Yep.
She's so great. And if you saw that, like, you can tell it meant a lot for a lot of the, of course, it means a lot to win an Oscar. It really does. Especially for a lot of people that have been working their asses off their whole careers, and eventually they get this now. It means the world to them. And it's great that the Academy is actually giving out those awards to people that really, have been busting their ass for years and deserve it. They
My,
just deserve it.
I mean, I'm not trying to be argumentative, but like there was a lot of new people in there as well. Um, and Daniel Kwan, when he was making his acceptance speech for Best Director, I was so moved by the fact that he said like this is not the norm, like this is out of the ordinary. The fact that he's winning an Oscar, like, and still like go for like, you know what I mean? Like it was
Oh
just
yeah.
nice, like to hear the levity of it, like instead of being like, all full of himself and like, he was just such. They were just so humble. Daniel Schreiner too,
Very
like
humble.
It was
they were both very very humble. I'm sorry, they're both Daniel. They were both so sweet with their acceptance speeches, and I was so impressed with their humbleness for being such new people on the scene and getting such a grand award on a grand stage. Like it really was moving to me. And
Oh
Michelle
yeah.
Yeoh, oh my God, when
I know. Good
that was
for her.
that was an upset. Like honestly, like everyone thought Kate Blanchett was gonna win.
because she's
And
115.
I
Yeah.
know, but I love Kate Blanchett. Do not get me wrong, but like I feel like her and Michelle Kwan gave equally amazing performances, and the fact that they gave it to Michelle Kwan, like, and her speech, like,
Michelle Yeoh.
literally, Michelle Yeoh. I'm sorry, Michelle Kwan was an ice
Michelle
skater,
Kwan.
and it's
Michelle
Daniel
Kwan.
Kwan, and yeah, she was an ice
She
skater,
could.
but
She
it's
could skate
Daniel
around.
Kwan. They should have had her in the movie. She could have done. They could have done an ice skating multiverse.
I feel like they showed people that were like, "Why am I not in this movie?" Like they showed Harold from Harold and Kumar, and I can tell like he had like looking at his face like, "Why am I not in this movie?" Yeah, I wish I was a part of this.
It just it was like such a like Kiki Kwan, also another Kwan, by the way.
Oh,
Ki Kwan was awesome.
I had
You could
such
tell
an amazing
his speech was amazing.
Oh, and he was so happy. Like that elation is like it moves me, And
Like I
Michelle
said,
Yeoh
when he hugged Harrison Ford, I was like, "Hell yeah!"
there's no.
Michelle Yeoh thanked her mom, and then she thanked like all moms because she was like, "Without you, wouldn't be here." And I started crying. I texted my
Yeah,
mom immediately. I was like, "I love you so
there was a
much."
lot of mom
You know what I
thanking
mean?
on
Like
this
it's
awards show.
so. I know, but that was like I don't know. She held such a grace about it, and it wasn't just words like in a rush, which people tend to do because they're going to play you off the stage. Like it was so from the heart, which was amazing. As was many speeches. Ki Kwan, Brendan Fraser, like there were a lot of really really moving speeches, and Daniel Schneider and Daniel Kwan. Like there was a lot of newness on the stage tonight, as opposed to like a lot of times it's like the same people. Like, and if Steven Spielberg would have won,
Yeah,
and if like just all these like names that everyone knows, like and not to say that there's anything less to that, but it was just nice to see like a freshness about it, like people who have not been to used to being nominated or been on that stage before. Like it was really nice.
Okay.
yeah, but you could tell too. Like even like Spielberg was so thrilled for Everything Everywhere All at Once for
Oh,
winning.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, and he also has a history with Ki Kwan
Yeah,
from
huge.
Goonies. So
Can I play
And
it?
Indiana Jones.
Go.
Can you play what?
I'm sorry.
Can I play a clip?
Yeah, are you playing a clip?
84 years old, and she's at home watching.
Oh, Ki Kwan.
Just won an Oscar.
Come on.
I know.
Come
That's
on.
pretty awesome.
He said he was gonna go home and share it with her. Like, how cute is that?
Michelle Yeoh said kind of the same thing too.
Mhm.
I'll stop it. It's not my show.
No, it's good.
But
I still want to get yelled at.
They
By
say
who?
Yeah.
stories like this
YouTube.
only happen in the movies. I cannot believe it's happening to me. This is the American dream.
It's pretty awesome.
I won't take over the.
It means a lot, Chris, doesn't it? You can tell how much it means to him, and for everybody, the fact that he got this opportunity to win this, it's great. The fact that his story alone, how long he's been gone, and he came back and did this movie, and It's amazing. It's amazing.
And he's been trying to
road.
work this whole time. He just wasn't getting booked, and then he got
wasn't
booked in
getting
this.
booked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then
Which is honestly the story of every actor. So
I know.
Yeah, it's very true.
Can I play?
But I was very thrilled for him.
Jamie Lee?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, go for it.
You're not gonna get mad, Sabrina?
No.
Michelle Kwan is the ambassador of Belize. That is a fun fact, Jukebox. Thank you.
But so, I'm not gonna get in trouble. You're not gonna yell at me.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Is anyone yelling at you? I'm very
Who's gonna
confused
yell
as
at
to
you?
what's happening right now.
Stop. I have 45 seconds, and I promised Janet Yang I wouldn't do it well because I'm a good girl. I'm standing up here by myself, but I'm not. I am hundreds of people. I'm hundreds of people. I am where are the Daniels? Daniels, Jonathan, Leyline, the entire crew, my bae Michelle, Key, Steph, the entire group of artists who made this movie. We just won an Oscar. To my dream team, my agent Rick Kurtzman, Alan Wertheimer, Heidi Schaefer, Sean James, Grace Ahn, Jane Ross. We just won an Oscar. To my family, my beautiful husband, Christopher Guest.
Yeah.
Our daughters, Penny and Ruby. My sister Kelly, we just won an Oscar. To all of the people who have supported the genre movies that I have made for all these years, the thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. We
Sabrina, we can hear you.
an Oscar together. And my mother and my father were both nominated for Oscars in different categories. I just want
Hopefully this doesn't take us down.
Sorry.
It's fucking great. It's great. Like, that's so awesome.
It really
Like,
is.
she really, you can tell how much it meant to her, you know? Just like
I
Brendan
love
Fraser
that,
when
like,
he won,
he
too.
included everyone, you know.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser, I knew he was gonna win. Honestly, like I mean,
I did
didn't
not.
know he was gonna win, but I
I didn't
that was my
think-
prediction. You can go back episodes and episodes
I know.
of Cruise Control, and you'll see that was
Right.
my prediction.
I think me and Brian said he wouldn't
should win.
win.
Yeah,
He
Yeah,
should
but
win.
we thought that Elvis was gonna win. Austin
Right.
Butler, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like I mean, he deserved it insurmountably. He seemed extremely out of breath after going up 4 steps, which I'm very concerned for his health. However,
Shit.
he was like making all of these, like, I guess as an actor, you probably want to memorize your speech, but I feel like he got lost a little bit, and he made a lot of analogies to like deep sea fishing and whales and
He did.
stuff, which was a little weird. I'll be honest.
I mean,
I don't think he thought he was gonna win. I'm
just saying it
well,
was a
you
little
have to
weird.
go- if you're going to, I think you have to go in thinking that you're going to win and have
Yeah,
something.
and be prepared. I'm sure he had it prepared in his brain. He's like
But then, yeah.
I already put that up. Thank you. He is he's an actor. He probably memorized his speech-ish, but I think he was so overwhelmed, and I mean, who wouldn't be? And then also, like, there was like a lot of other things, you know, going on. I think it's funny how he like made all of these under the sea and the fish and the hook and the whale and this, and I was just like, maybe just make a speech and tell everyone thank you. Like, it just seemed a little on the nose for me.
I know, but
I'm thrilled he won, and I think he deserves it. And I
think
he was going to win, and I'm so happy he did. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the speech was a little like, I wish he would have just made a heartfelt speech like he did at the SAG Awards, as opposed to, I guess he wanted something different, but he just made all these weird references to, like, you know, whales and the ocean, and the, you know, it just seemed like a little bit much for me. But it was short and sweet.
Right.
He didn't go over. No one had to play him off, and he was obviously moved, and that moved me. I'm not mad at it. I'm just being honest.
I think he just used all of it up. Like he had the Critics' Choice Award one, and and then he had the SAG Awards one. I think that everything he wanted to say, he said already before. So it's like then you get to
Maybe.
the Oscars, which happens a lot of times too. Then all of a sudden get to the Oscars, you have no idea what to say, and
Well,
then
you
it's
can always
also
thank
like
your
that
crew.
moment of,
That's
but
always
it's also
great,
that moment of like, oh shit, I just won an Oscar.
So I have a quick question.
Yeah, Chris.
What's next? What's next for him? Do you
Brendan
think?
Fraser, Mummy 5, no
I
Mummy
wish it was
4.
more Doom Patrol, honestly, because
no,
I'm
please,
so
that's-
bummed. He was my favorite in that
What?
show. I said I wish it was more Doom Patrol, but it's not because he was my favorite in that show. He's so
He
good in
can't be
that.
in the Mummy.
I hope that he finds a new kind of career path now. I hope he finds like more dramatic roles that gets into.
He will. He absolutely will. He just won an Oscar, for fuck's sake. He will have the pick
the
of the
Oscar
litter.
curse.
Well, it just depends. It just depends overall. Like you never know. But I feel like he has new representation. I feel like he's back in the limelight. I think he'll be fine.
The Oscar curse.
Yeah, there's not really an Oscar curse. The Oscar curse is for like people who are not really known for the most part, or like maybe you want to go to the Emmy curse with Susan Lucci, which is absurd. You know what I mean? But like, how many people have won Oscars? Young people or people who then don't act for a very long time and then like come back on the scene. Like that's it's very common. It's not. I don't think it's a curse at all. His career has gone for a very long time before he had this opportunity.
Yeah.
So I don't think he really falls into that category, Chris.
Well, no, I'm not saying like
he'll have a million scripts on his table. Like a million is pushing it, but
yeah.
I mean, he's gonna have a lot of scripts to choose from. I believe in the future, honestly. Like and a million more than he had to choose from before he did this movie.
I would think so. I think there are more opportunities.
Plucked him and gave him this opportunity, and he is so gracious and grateful for it. Everyone sees that he did an amazing job. I mean, if I was a director or a producer in Hollywood or a casting director, I would be reaching out to him right the fuck. I would have reached out to him, 9 months ago. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of Brendan Fraser in the near future, honestly.
And I also think they should have brought out Chris Rock.
Oh yeah. No, they're just trying to trying to stay away from that. I think that
Did you see the Netflix real quick sidetrack.
I haven't watched it yet. Haven't watched it yet. No, I'll watch it this week.
I saw it live. So
right, I know you told me.
No, sorry.
Jimmy Kimmel, I think did a good job though. I think Jimmy Kimmel was a lot of fun.
I love him.
He had some fun jokes. There was some that didn't hit that people were like, "Oh." Me a joke about the Fox News thing with January 6th. He made a joke about that. That was like, woohoo, touching upon, you can take so much, from the editor. The editor thing was kind of funny because he's talking about how like he was on a bunch of drugs when he was editing. And then he's like, just like on, when they took the January 6th stuff and they took a bunch of footage and made it something else. But I think he did a good job overall, like the way he talked about, everything. His introductions, his opening monologue was a lot of fun. Jimmy Kimmel just fun. He just has a good time with it. The fact that he was saying like the whole Good Morning America thing, he's like, and now we have to go live to Good Morning America after this because they've been live for a while, because we've been going for so long, so he had fun with it. And it's good to have like somebody actually like that, comedian hosting again.
I will note that he managed to bring in Matt Damon and his hate for him. Quote
Apologies to Matt Damon, he said at the end.
No, but also like he was in the audience with Jessica Chastain. He was like asking people questions. He was like, he asked not Will Ferrell, Colin Farrell. Joey wants to know, he has a question about Banshees of Inisherin. Like, what did you say the whole fucking movie? He goes, tell him to tune into Saturday Night Live, and I think that'll help him out. And that was super funny. And then he went over to Jessica Chastain, who had to take her mask off. And he was like, someone wants to know like how you shot with Matt Damon when he smelled like something and like, basically dissed the shit out of him. And then Jessica Chastain was like, I didn't have that many scenes with him, so I was okay. So like he even managed to work it into the show, like their rivalry that they have, which is really just a funny pranking friendship, So I thought that was super funny. I'm surprised Guillermo did not make an appearance. I'm like, where is Guillermo? I was expecting him to be like sitting on the edge of the stage or something, you know? He was probably doing tequila shots on the red carpet. That's usually what he
He
does at the
probably
Oscars,
was.
isn't it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, pretty
That's probably what
much.
he was doing. Can we
Ooh,
not
that'd be
slam
good.
whatever you're slamming so much? And yes, I would love Jennifer
Pencil
Coolidge. Yeah,
with a-
can we not let's not slam it
Well,
because it's
no,
a lot. Yep, don't do that.
It's very loud for our
audio,
audience,
for
you know?
audio, it's a problem. Just FYI.
It's a little loud for our
I'm not
audience.
trying to be an asshole, but it's not good for the podcast. Oh, look at that picture of Jimmy Johns.
He did a good job. He really did.
He
And
did a great job. I love
I
him.
just brought that up.
yeah, it was a lot of
She
it was a
won't
lot
do
of fun.
I bet. No,
What?
What?
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah,
I'd be down
absolutely.
for
I mean,
Jennifer Coolidge.
I don't think
I would
she'll
be
do it.
too. She
Yeah,
would do anything.
I feel like that's a
Are you
lot of
kidding me?
pressure for her. I feel
I'm
like she's
trying
like,
to get her
it's
on
too
this
much.
podcast.
She's a lot of
Gosh,
I'm gonna be like,
how can I talk
you
for that long?
you want me to come on your podcast?
But maybe that's
Oh,
that's a,
Oh,
that's such an honor. I don't really know what to do with that information.
well,
Oh,
right.
I feel like we could get
Best-
her to come on this podcast, so I'm sure she'd fucking host the Oscars.
God.
best visual effects went to Avatar. They got one.
Yeah.
Costume design, Black Panther.
Black Panther. Yes, I'm giving the to Avatar.
Best sound went to Top Gun Maverick. There's a lot of stuff like that where I thought that Top Gun Maverick might get more than that, or James Cameron was expecting probably to sweep, and what he got was what he got. He got best visual effects. That's what that movie is.
It literally is stupid and the same movie as the first movie but underwater. So hard pass on you.
Well, it's definitely different from the first movie.
No, it's
but
definitely not different. It's the same shit.
Different.
It's classic hero's journey bullshit, dude. Classic hero's journey.
This is more like the villain comes back for revenge. This is more like a redemption thing from the villain, I think. But
also, have you read John Campbell's book, Hero's Journey? I think you should read it if you haven't, and then you will know that this is exactly the hero's journey.
Chris is trying to channel us everything everywhere all at once, or like the this thing.
I'm gonna hard pass on what's happening there.
You better not hard pass ever.
Chris, what do you think? Do you think that Avatar got snubbed a little bit?
No one thinks that because it's shit.
I don't, Brian.
Nope. You saying no to that?
I don't watch the blue people run around. I don't.
They swim around now.
It's great. They swim
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
That's great. I love it for people who love it. That's great for them.
Stupid.
It made a lot of money, but I will never sit through an Avatar 1 or 2.
What do you think? What do you think
don't
about?
have 5 hours to spare? You don't want to just
No,
sit around for 5 hours watching dumb shit on TV? Yeah,
I think it was good. I think the movie was pretty good. I think it was better than the first one. It was definitely better than the first one.
I don't
This is
understand.
offensive.
The second one's better than the first one, I think. Overall, I think it just had more of a storyline, and it also had more drama, I think, than the first one had. The first one just seemed like Ferngully to me, so this one seemed like it was its own thing.
Joanna, you gonna watch Avatar?
Jukebox never saw Avatar either.
Joanna, you gonna watch Avatar?
Well, it could be good.
No.
Okay,
How
Chris,
about Top Gun? Do you think that Top Gun got snubbed? Because people were thinking it could get Best Picture.
No. What? Are you fucking serious?
That was the thing that was up debate.
Okay, I'm sorry. If you could find me one person on the planet who has a brain that's going to tell me that Top Gun is going to win over Everything Everywhere All at Once, I will give you $100. Like, that's ridiculous.
Do you think Tom Cruise might have thought?
Who gives a fuck what Tom Cruise thinks? He also worships L. Ron fucking Hubbard and jumped up on a couch on Oprah. Fuck that guy. And
I like Tom Cruise.
Good. The movie was, I know you love Tom Cruise. Okay, I don't. The movie was great. Okay, but it's definitely not Best Picture material. The fact that it was nominated, he should be fucking grateful. Like Everything Everywhere All at Once blew it out of the fucking water. The fact that it was nominated should have been grateful. He should have been grateful for that. You're not going to fucking win. Like, let's not be stupid. No.
Right.
Well, I think it had a slight chance. I think a slight chance, but I didn't think he was going to win.
Slight chance.
What does that even mean?
Like if it wasn't gonna be Everything Everywhere All at Once, I think it was be Top Gun Maverick. You know, for Best
What?
Picture. If Everything Everywhere
No, it
All
would
at
have
Once
been
didn't win, I
Banshees
think
of
it'd be Top.
Inisherin. It
I
would
don't
have been,
think so.
yeah, it 100% would have been Banshees of Inisherin.
No, Banshees. I mean, I'll just say it. Banshees is whatever.
It would have
was a
been
good movie,
Banshees of
but it
Inisherin
wasn't
if
Best Picture
if
nomination.
Everything Everywhere All at Once didn't win, it would have been Banshees of Inisherin. It would
Yeah.
not have been Top Gun Maverick.
It would not.
Top Gun Maverick for sure. That's more of a movie.
Oh
That
my
made more
God.
money. It's a better movie
It's a
overall.
movie of what you like. That's not what the Academy likes. The Academy likes art. That wasn't
It's a
art.
better
It was
movie.
an action movie. It was an action movie. It was a better movie in your eyes because you like action shit. But if you look,
Well,
at
I think the bulk
movie,
of the world think it's a better movie. If you think about it, because it made a
bulk
lot more
of
money.
The world?
It made a lot more money than Banshees.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
It
The
doesn't-
Oscars are
it
now
doesn't
based
matter.
on money. That's the most ridiculous.
Made the most
shit
money
I've
ever
ever
for
heard in my
Paramount.
life. Doesn't
Most money ever for Paramount.
matter.
Snaggletooth wasn't gonna win, anyways.
Who?
Snaggletooth.
Oh, is that what you call? No, it's a crisscross tooth. It's not even a snaggletooth. It's a shift.
What are you
tooth.
talking about?
It's a shift tooth. Tom Cruise. He has a shift.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
His top tooth is in the
I'm
middle.
like,
It's like right in
snaggletooth.
the middle there. It hangs out.
He would never. That picture. That would never win. In Brian.
Never.
Brian,
I
And
don't know.
for you to say that the Banshees of Inisherin, like,
It was all right. It
would
was
have loved,
whatever. That movie was whatever. It was okay. It was fun. It was whatever.
it was deeply depressing, but it was
Yeah,
it was shot well.
It wasn't
written
Best Picture
well.
quality.
It was. Oh wow,
I
those
don't
are
think
fighting
so.
words. So you
I
think
don't
that
think it was-
Top Gun Maverick,
Top
an
Gun?
action movie
Oh,
about a
Brian,
punk in flight
Jesus.
school, like revived from like 20 years ago, should have won over the Banshees of Inisherin?
Oh yeah, I would say any day.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hard pass on this
Any day.
conversation.
any day I would say that.
No, I would absolutely not say that. And if Everything Everywhere All at Once didn't win, I would have bet my life savings, which
would.
is not much, on the fact that it would have been Banshees.
I would have bet my kids.
Mm.
How do you like that?
It's a lot more than my life savings, bud.
I would have bet my kids.
I just think that I mean Banshees was, I mean it was one note. It's like okay, this guy's won't be your friend anymore. I mean the acting's great in it, but it's one note.
The acting is amazing.
Yeah, but I mean
And
I don't
the
know.
fact that you could fill a whole entire screenplay of the fact that someone doesn't get what the fuck you're telling them, which, Brian, does that happen every day? Yes, it does. It's a metaphor for
Oh, yeah.
fucking life.
Not that I'm saying that people aren't good. The movie's good, but I just don't think it's Best Picture quality. Yeah, that's what I
Thank
think.
you, Jukebox.
Yeah.
It is. It's the undertones. It's not the whole.
Well, here's what I'll say. Here's why I say that people would want to give it to Top Gun, because they made a big thing about like coming back to movie theaters. And Top Gun, when that came out, that really brought a resurgence to movie theaters.
Okay. There's a People's Choice Awards, and they didn't win that either. So
I'm just saying, for the resurgence, they made a big deal about coming back to theaters, and they made a big deal about Tom Cruise as part of that, like
Okay,
that
great.
movie.
I don't give a
Great
fuck.
for
That's
him.
not Oscar worthy. That's People's
Oscar
Choice worthy, and he didn't even win that.
No, that's not. I mean, that's not a typical Oscar movie. It's not. But
He's lucky to
No, he
get
did-
nominated. He should put his tail
He-
between his legs and walk to L. Ron Hubbard for a
was he
fucking
there? Did you see him in the crowd at all?
No, he was
No,
not
it's-
there.
no,
It was.
I don't even
I didn't.
They
He
said
was too busy jumping on a yellow couch in a warehouse storage space. I'm not really sure.
That's
why
his
anyone
path.
gives a
He's
shit.
not jumping on couches anymore.
He probably was tonight.
Well, maybe he would be if he won. And I mean, I don't know.
He
But
that wouldn't.
I think
that-
that's the
that-
sad part.
that's. I love you, Brian.
yeah. Well, what's the insult now?
Totally ridiculous. That's totally
You're
ridiculous.
fucking wrong. That's the insult.
That's totally ridiculous.
Thank you, Chris.
I bet it was highly thought of, and they were thinking about giving it to him.
It was not highly thought of by anyone,
Jesus
literally.
Christ.
Like, literally, you're the only person who highly
Brian,
thought of
I
it.
think you're just trying to start some drama.
No, he likes Tom Cruise. He worked on the movie. He's
I
like
know.
trying to like
I
throw.
know.
Do you
But
remember?
I mean, if
Chris,
it would have beat
Chris,
everything ever
hold
all
on.
once, I'd been like, fuck that. But
Stop talking. Stop talking, sir. Chris, do you remember before it even came out? He was playing that Lady Gaga song all over the house, all day,
I
every
do
day.
remember.
And we had to watch
Gaga.
the whole Top Gun
Gaga.
30 fucking times.
Yeah, I know we did.
Yeah. So we know how much you love Top Gun, bud. That doesn't mean it's gonna win. Like I
It had no
appreciate that
business
you love
winning.
it.
It has no
I
business
appre-
winning. Let's just
It
can
has
we
no
move
business
on?
being nominated. Like the fact that it was
It had no
nominated.
business being
In
nominated.
case you were wondering, Lady Gaga was not the Oscars,
Thank you.
everybody. Lady
Thank you.
Gaga was not the
Wait,
It
Oscars.
was at the Oscars.
Brian,
She performed.
Brian, I'm
She
gonna tell you,
literally performed. She
Brian,
performed her song. It was very heartfelt, and
Brian,
people loved it.
you're about to get
Also,
good
Jukebox
luck.
is surprised
I'm just
that it was.
starting shit. I'm
Brian,
just
I
starting
can't.
shit now.
I can't. That's it. I'm taking a pee
Brian,
break.
you
I'm
said
done with
there
this.
is no way she is there. Where's she?
Yeah,
She
I don't know where she's walking away. She's had enough. Yeah, that was the rumor, but yeah, she still showed up. She still did performance. Of course, that makes sense. Like, why would you not? You know, but they're saying her schedule's so demanding for Joker. But I mean, come on, it's the Oscars. It's Sunday. You're not working unless you're Chris Panico and you're working on that show, which I do not want to say what that show is. But there's a show that worked on the Oscars Sunday, everybody.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be that way, but it happens. There's productions that have to make deadlines, and it happens all the time. So it is what it is. So Lady Gaga, she had to show up, man. She had to show up. She had to, right?
I don't know. I was told
Gaga.
I was told that she was not going to show up.
Yeah, that's what I was told too. That's what I saw online. Everything was online. She wouldn't be there.
Listen, you have to be a real special kind of idiot to not show up to perform at the fucking Oscars. First
I
of
know,
all.
especially
Second
for
of
such a
all,
big thing.
She knew RRR was going to win for Not To. Like, that was like a given. So, like, I could see, like, maybe her not showing up because of that, but, like, in a weird ego way. But, like, in my mind, I'm like, she's not that way, and I didn't expect that to happen. So, like, I was not surprised that she was there.
I think everyone that's nominated for a song shows up.
Yeah, you should be.
It's the fucking Oscars.
Right. So,
yeah.
Like, unless you're being held captive.
told us that she was not going to be there tonight, so I wasn't on the lookout.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was reading online.
And she was like, "Hey," I was like, "Oh, she's here. What the fuck?"
Like, what?
Maybe.
She actually gave a very
song.
vulnerable performance. It was very moving, actually. I give her
How about Guillermo del Toro winning that best animation for Pinocchio? And I think that's kind of
Joanna
interesting.
said he was wearing a tent.
I think that was interesting because
Rock presented him with his dress on.
No, yes, The Rock did present him with his dress on.
Yes, the beginning. It was, but it's funny that his Pinocchio wins, for best animation, and then the Disney Pinocchio wins the best Razzie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. If I just have one moment, I'm sorry to interrupt, but actually, the makeup team for Elvis was nominated for an Academy Award, and they specifically showed Tom Hanks in all of their pictures. So the Razzies can kindly go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I think it's about time for the Razzies to go away. I mean, honestly, what's the even point? What's the fucking point of the Razzies these days?
How dare you?
Blonde too. Blonde was up. Blonde won Best Picture, and then she's up for Best Actress. You know what I mean? So it's like
she was up for Best Actress on a lot of things, but that doesn't mean the movie's good. That means she did a good job playing Marilyn, which I don't necessarily agree with, honestly. But that doesn't mean that the movie's not shit.
I didn't see it yet, but I'll tell you, like, just her accent seemed to come through a lot. So for me, so I'm like, I don't know if it's really gonna. And the trailer, in the trailer alone, so if it's showing up in the trailer, it's not consistent in the movie, which it happens. But I mean, if you're playing Marilyn Monroe, you should be, you should be locked in, tuned into that shit.
Honestly, I really don't. It's offensive, actually.
Some people
I think they could have been a fuck you to the Razzies though too. You know what I mean? They could have been, because the Razzies were announced first, so maybe it was a fuck you to the Razzies.
She got nominated for a Golden Globe though.
But you know what I mean? The Oscars are different than the Golden Globes.
I don't know.
Austin Butler won Best Actor for the Golden Globes, and Brendan Fraser won for the Oscars.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. Like, I mean, yes, fine, and I disagree with that wholeheartedly. However, to nominate someone, like, she didn't get nominated for a Razzie. The movie got nominated for a Razzie. But they maintain that she did a good job. No one's gonna give someone an Academy Award nomination, like, to fucking fuck you the Razzies. Like, that's not a thing. And I just don't know why she was nominated. Like, I didn't see the movie because I heard it was a piece of shit. But all of the previews I saw, aside from like what she looked like and blowing a kiss and like being on the grate, anytime I heard her speak, it made me cringe. So I don't want to see it. I do not want to see it. So I will say that I didn't see it, and I cannot be the best judge because I didn't. But anything that I saw related to it, any promo shit that they put out for it, didn't make me want to fucking see it. So like I don't know how she got nominated for an Academy Award personally.
Yeah.
However, on the other side,
Well, she did.
obviously
Chris
she
said
did.
she
Do you have
did.
anything else to say aside from that?
No, she did. That's how. I mean, I don't know what else she. That's your opinion.
I said I don't know how she did, and you said she did. Do you have any
Right, well,
other information to give, or are you just going
I
to
don't
say
know.
she did?
The Academy liked what they saw.
Okay, that's super
I was
helpful.
playing
Thank you for
devil's
weighing
advocate.
in.
I was playing devil's advocate. I don't give a
Like
fuck.
you're literally not saying anything that's useful.
I just think that I'm happy that the big wins like Brendan Fraser, I think that's awesome. I think he deserved it. You know, big win, everything, everyone, all at once. I think that was great how they actually gave it its due, like due diligence. They actually gave it its justice. You know, I should say, because that movie deserved it. It's a very interesting, different movie for the Oscars to give that much credit to.
Do that again.
I'm thrilled.
Justice.
Is that what I did?
And with
Justice.
With conviction.
They gave them justice. You know, that's what they deserve. They deserve They deserve their justice. They deserved it, honestly. And the way they wanted it, they said best editing, best directing, best picture. I mean, best supporting actor, best supporting actress. You know what I mean? You know, best screenplay, but best actress. I mean, across the board, they swept the freaking way. And it's great. It's really great.
7 out of 11, which is really 8 out of 11 because Stephanie Sue was nominated in the same category as Jamie Lee Curtis.
Right. Yeah.
And there's so many heartfelt moments. Even when they showed the package where they were showing Best Actress and Michelle Yeoh's just moment where she's talking to her daughter in that, it's like it was so powerful in that little package, you know. And I'm like, she has to win. As soon as I'm like, she has to win. And I'm really happy for her that she got this. She got this. She deserved. She kissed it too, which was amazing. And Brendan Fraser too. Like I think he freaking deserved it so much. So I get Austin Butler did a great job. I saw Elvis. He did a great job. But like this is his year, you know, he deserved it more than anybody else. Like it's his comeback, it's his chance to it's Hollywood welcoming him back. But it's not like it's not like it's a pity fuck, you know what I mean? It's like you put a great performance out there, you know.
I feel like this Oscar was a believer Oscars. Like Sabrina, if you could translate my words, that would be great. Because you usually do.
Yeah. Okay, so basically what you're saying is like this Oscars was like not a typical people winning, like Cate Blanchett didn't win. Like there was like not all the typical winners that you would think. It was like basically a bunch of like not unknown, but like underdogs that like kind of came in and took it by storm, which is very inspiring for everyone.
Which is it's
that
amazing.
What you wanted me to say? You're welcome.
Yeah, it was like putting faith in anybody can get this, you know, and it's just any opportunity can come as long as you try hard and you kick ass and you excel at your craft. Doesn't matter who you are, man, woman, you know, transgender, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are, you know, it doesn't matter what ethnicity you are, but it just shows that you can do it, you know, and it's like your performance shines through. And Michelle Yeoh deserved it so bad. She deserved it so much.
Yeah. She's so good. She was amazing.
Man,
like honestly,
you get down, you get back up.
It would have been a shame if like the people that it would have been a shame if she wouldn't have won. But people could have written this movie off like whatever, you know. I mean, a low budget movie in Hollywood's terms, it's a low budget movie, you know, like whatever this thing. But it's a great movie. It's very heartfelt. It's very. If you haven't seen it, you definitely need to see it. Just check it out. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Good. I did laundry today. I did laundry today at my hotel, and the woman in the laundry room, like there's this weird, this is insane, but you have to download an app and like do all these things. And I'm like, how about I just give you money and you like pay with your app? And she was like, okay, cool. But while I was down there, I put on the Oscars. And then she was like, I said, did you see Everything Everywhere All at Once? And she was like, no. And I explained to her and she was like, oh my God, I'm absolutely going to check that out now. Like I feel
Yeah.
like people just don't know what it's about. So like it's hard to like, rally for it. You know what I mean? Like they just don't know what it is. So
Yeah.
I
And it
told
could
her
be
it was
pretty
about like
confusing for
what's
people
the
too.
situation. That was actually a little hard to explain, but I think
It is.
I think I did a
That
good
is.
job. And she was like, "Oh, I'm super interested now. I'm gonna watch it." So I'm glad.
It is a very hard movie to explain.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
It's very
I
hard to
was like,
explain.
Sabrina, could you explain the movie for me when I'm talking?
Watch it. That's how you explain. You say watch it. Just watch it.
Wow.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. Check it out. If you haven't seen it, it's Best Picture quality, and it was before it won the Oscars. So
Yep.
check it out. It's fantastic. You will not be let down. Now, of course, if you love the Marvel shit in that universe, like we talk about, we love here, you're gonna love it even more because it's multiverse stuff, and it's like mixing of timelines, and and becoming a different kind of person. It's just a lot of fun.
I did
You know?
use that as a reference, but not she was definitely not a Marvel person. But I used it as a
Yeah,
reference where I was like,
yeah.
like in cartoons and Marvel shit, like it's very easy to like do that, but live action it's not the same thing. And so I kind of explained it. She was very intrigued and I know she will watch it. So I feel like I did my job.
Mhm. Well, let's do like final takeaways here. Like Sabrina, what's your final takeaway from tonight's program? Do you think they nailed it, or do you think there is some stuff they can learn for next year?
I think they nailed the fuck out of it. I love Jimmy Kimmel. I thought he was great. I thought Everything Everywhere All at Once deserved every last thing that it got. I think that All Quiet on the Western Front got recognized quite a bit, which I really appreciated for cinematography.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
I also think that Not To, Not To by RRR was the best song, which is quite a thing, like when you're going up against Lady Gaga and Rihanna. So like I'm
it
I'm
really
really
is.
glad that won, like, to show the amazing work that they did with that song. I just feel like it was a very inclusive and very funny and very like nuanced event because there was, like Chris was saying before, that I translated, quote unquote. There was a lot of surprises, and like it was a very new Oscars. There's a lot of people who never won Oscars before. A lot of people have never been in the building before, let alone getting to walk on stage. Like I felt like it felt very attainable, I guess, for like, people who have dreams, and it also felt like very like
Yep.
inspiring for people who are in the
Underdog.
industry. And right, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think it was amazing. I was very impressed, and there was never a moment where I was like, ugh, turn this off, which usually happens for me at least a few times. So
Yeah.
I was
I
very
get,
happy overall.
yeah. Chris, what do you think? What's your takeaway overall from the tonight's program, and are you happy with it overall?
I'm happy with it. I feel like all the award shows, well, the past award shows this year have been. Where's she going? Where are you going?
Nowhere.
Probably go.
You're on camera, like rein it in.
Yeah, I know I'm on camera. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay. I just have to know what people are doing. That's all.
Just do
Oh,
your own thing, buddy.
okay. Thank you. I will. What was
Bye.
I saying? Wait,
What's your impression of the show? You liked it?
I liked it. I think the award shows this season have been about the underdogs, and I love underdogs. Like I love like a good surprise, and I love inspiration, and I think tonight was like one of the first Oscars in a while that the underdogs came out and they won, and I loved it. And like the SAG Awards, those
They did a good job at the SAG Awards this year.
those were kind of boring in the past.
They did.
But the only thing I didn't like about that was Fran.
He's back, everybody.
Gonna do that. That's
SAG
the
president, everybody.
the SAG Awards. But I feel like the award shows had, especially tonight, I feel like inspirational. The people who should have won, and it was a great show. I thought it was a great show. I did.
Yeah, I think they
And
they nailed it.
I think the right people won.
I agree.
And,
Yeah. I think overall they just
so happy for my Jamie Lee.
Yeah, I'm very stoked for Jamie Lee Curtis. She deserved
Me
it so
too.
much. And it's
Friend
like I'm
of
excited
the
to
show,
see
by the
friend of the
way.
show.
Friend
Friend of
of
the
the show.
show. Friend of the show. And I'm excited for her to get this opportunity to win this because it means a lot. And honestly, there was a lot of people she was up against that I thought maybe would have beaten her, but you know what? Hell yeah, good for her. Her performance shined through and the Academy saw it and they gave her that. So congratulations to her. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to everything, everywhere, all at once in general. They fucking killed it. They deserved it.
Way
And
to
I
sweep.
said before, I'm happy that a movie like that had this opportunity to shine. And a lot of
Absolutely.
times in the past, it wouldn't have just because it wasn't the big blockbuster thing and it wasn't the normal. And the fact that it's so different from Hollywood standards, but it's good and the performances shine through and it proves it deserved what it got. So
100%.
I'm excited for the whole cast and crew.
Yeah. And you
And Brendan Fraser.
If you believe, that's my thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
And Brendan Fraser, good for that fucking guy coming back and just kicking ass, you know?
kicking ass.
Doing, Darren Aronofsky gave him a chance and look what happened, you know? Like you can tell how much it means to him.
His
Oh
speech
my
at the
God, you
People's
can
Choice
see.
Awards, and then like again at the SAG Awards, like I feel like,
Yes.
yeah, like you said, Brian, like he did say everything that he needed to say.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but this is like the grandest stage, and he was like making whale comments, and I was just
I
like,
don't think
Brendan.
I think he just thought he wasn't going to win, and I think he wasn't prepared. I think that's what it was. I don't think he was prepared, which,
It was very
as an
sweet.
actor.
And even the analogies were sweet. Like it was all sweet. I just was like, just speak from your heart, like you did the other two times.
I
Like
was waiting for it.
So I was so like genuine
He
and
was
vulnerable and
choked
amazing,
up.
you know.
Too
It
choked
was
up.
good. And he gave daps to his co-star. I can't remember her name. I feel so terrible. She got nominated for Best Supporting Actress as well. She was crying. He was crying. Like that was super sweet. And I literally was like, oh fuck. So they had a very nice moment. Like it was still very heartfelt, you know. I'm really glad he won. Not just because I predicted he would win, just because he deserved it. It was
He
honestly
definitely deserved
amazing.
it. So good on him. Good for the Academy. Like again, for acknowledging these performances, giving people this opportunity, and and not just pushing these people aside because it was a lower budget thing. Because again, The Whale and Everything Everywhere All at Once, lower budget movies are not some big blockbuster. They could have easily gone to the wayside. People would have forgot about them, but they let the performances shine through and they base it off of merit. And these people deserved it so much so that I'm happy that that's the way they went. So hopefully it continues this way in the future. And everybody else that gives you kind of performances, doesn't matter what movie you do, high, low budget, huge blockbuster, tiny little like indie film. You have a performance that shines through. You deserve that Academy Award. Your movie makes this kind of impression like Everything Everyone Wants. You deserve this fucking award. So yes, Chris.
So can I just bring the host, Jimmy Kimmel? What would you rate him?
10.
What?
10?
Yeah.
10. He says.
10.
I'll give him a
love
solid
him.
7. I give him a solid 7.
I love him too.
10.
10.
I think he did a great job. I mean,
You didn't even watch the whole show. How dare you give him a 7?
I
Who?
give him a 7.
You.
I watched the bulk of it.
I'm not talking about you, Brian. Chris did not watch the whole show.
You didn't either when you were down at the.
I had it on in the laundry room, bro. Had it on in the laundry room.
Doing laundry.
Had it on in the
I
laundry room.
watched it.
I called you up and you're like, I'm not watching it. Can you please turn up the volume so I can hear the speech? So hard pass on your bullshit right now, bro.
No, don't do me like that.
I'm doing you like
Don't
that.
do me like that.
Don't do me like that.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in for this very special edition of Cruise Control, Oscar edition. Thank you for being here. Jimmy Kimmel.
I love him.
It was fun. It was fun.
We're not going anywhere.
Joanna's here.
Oh,
Thanks for showing up. Oh, it's so good to see you for 2 seconds.
They're very mad at you.
It's amazing. Where's your
Thank you
evening
for
gown?
popping up. We just finished the
Yeah,
show.
it's 10. I thought the kids go to bed at 9, Joanna. Just FYI.
I'm not gonna lie. Did everyone not go through daylight savings where we lost an hour of sleep?
We
and
did
the
lose an
children are
hour.
Like it's an hour earlier.
Does that
So,
affect children?
All right,
are
this
like,
is the
it's
children are our
and I'm like,
future.
It's not 8 o'clock. It's
Teach
9
them
o'clock.
well.
Then maybe we
It's
can
bedtime.
put the children in bed and come on the podcast and then go back to the children at 10. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not sure what's going
Inside.
on with the Whitney Houston. We're just doing a full.
Chris is singing, which is very offensive. Chris, please stop. I'm going to beg you
Anyways.
for your own safety. Please stop.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in to Cruise Control. Chris and Joanna, thank you for being here as always. Appreciate you. Sabrina, thank you for being here. Hope we all enjoyed the Oscars. Thank you for being here for this very special show. We'll be back this week for our regular show. Please like and subscribe if you can. Join our Patreon. We'd appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your kids, tell your dogs, tell your cats, tell your little chinchillas in your house, tell your little hamster that runs on that wheel. Tell them to watch Cruise Control. Thank you so much for being here, everybody.
JC,
have a great night. And
get in there.
And I think Top Gun could have been Best Picture, so I'm saying.
No.
Anyways, everybody, thank you so much.
No,
Take care.
You,
See ya.
dude.
Nope.